सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज.
The miseries of material existence and the most hopeless conditions of life is the best possible opportunity to turn to God.
You're listening to Bare Knuckle Bhakti Shorties on the Bhakti Recovery Podcast with Jiva G, coming at you every Monday with a little spiritual something. Good morning. Do you hear the birdies in the morning on my walk? They're all saying good morning. They're all part and parcel of Krishna. The ground I'm walking on, the grass, the birds, the trees, even me. No, as much as I think I am separate, I am not. I'm a part of this whole crazy material manifestation. How are you guys today? I'm feeling a little bit hungover today, physically, and I've got a little bit of an emotional hangover. Why is that, you ask? Maybe you don't ask, but I'm going to tell you. So, I don't like these labels. You guys know I'm not really fond of like, I'm ADHD, I'm autistic, I'm this, I'm that. However, survey shows, studies show that if you open the book of ADHD and you look at the definition, you will find my picture there. So let me just explain a little bit. And the reason why I'm going to explain my day is because of the importance of ritual, the importance of grounding. And it helps. It's like killing two tofurkeys with one stone. It helps settle me in my Krishna consciousness and helps settle me in my emotional world. It's 2 for 1. Doing rituals. And I don't mean like just mundane rituals. I'm talking about like prayer, meditation, chanting, saying good morning to my deities, offering them some incense and some water and the flowers. Those kind of things. Doing a program. Going to meetings. Keeping my room straight. Taking care of business. Does that make sense? GOD, good orderly direction. Keeping me on track. Otherwise, I'm running around in the mood of passion. In the mode of passion, putting out little fires everywhere and not concentrating on the main thing. Oh my gosh. So, let me explain what happened yesterday and why I have an emotional and physical hangover. Yesterday, my dear Dominica gave me the homework of finishing the letter for the Jagai Madai Foundation and finishing it for the website. Did I do it? Oh, yes, I did. I tried. And then I got into the loop of perfectionism. And then everything I did this is what happens. Everything I did and everything I wrote for the last 2 weeks all of a sudden looked like hell to me. I was like, this sucks. And then I thought, okay, I need to take a little bit of a break. So I stepped back. I took a little bit of a break. Okay, get ready for this. And I looked at my deities and I said, dear deities, you're facing in the wrong direction. And the shelf which you're on is not a great shelf, and it's dirty. Well, it's not dirty, it's a little dusty. So I started dusting the shelf. I faced them sort of in the right direction, east. And I started to realize that if this shelf wasn't here where the deities are on, then I can arrange the room differently. And then I too will have more space, because all of a sudden the room got small and cluttered for me. That's just how I felt it was. One thing led to another. And within an hour, my whole room, furniture was gone. Furniture was out of the room. Papers were everywhere. Garbage cans, so I can just throw everything away. And I looked up, the next thing you know, I look up, my whole room is in complete dismay. Complete dismay. And then I said, oh, geez. And I got hungry. So I got up to get myself something to eat. I made a bad decision about my foods. It was prasad, but it was fried, which I paid for very dearly afterwards. I fried some eggplant. It soaked up all the oil, and then I ate all that oil with it. Ugh. It was avocado oil and also olive oil, but still, it was not good for the tum-tums. I get a phone call, and a friend of mine from Berlin is in town and asked if we can go out and have a coffee. I said, sure. Left everything. Went out, had a coffee, came home, realized I didn't do the dishes, I didn't finish it, and the whole room was complete in dismay. And I didn't get done what I wanted to get done for the day. I got a whole lot of stuff done halfway and then just left it. So here's my point. After all of that, I feel like crap today. I'm tired. I feel worn out, and I can't finish I'm going to finish the room. I'm going to make myself do it. But I just kind of reflected on that. Why didn't I just stick with the plan? Why couldn't I just plan? That's not like something I can just do. A whole room, rearranging furniture, throwing things out. That's like a 3-day project. And if I don't finish it today, it'll probably never get finished. And I'm going to have a half finished room. I can't do that. So there you have it. The importance of ritual, the importance of sticking to the plan and keeping the main thing. Oh my goodness. So many things happen to us when we act in the mode of passion, when we act on whim, when we do what we feel like, whenever we feel like it. It's like, it's ridiculous. It's like, I think I said this in the other podcast. It's like, I feel like this big fat baby, and I'm doing this and doing that. I'm in the mode of passion. I'm not thinking. And then at the end of whatever endeavor that I thought was a great idea, at the end of that great idea, I'm like, ah! And I'm like crying, and Krishna just stands there and just shakes his head. And I was like, well, this is how we learn, huh? So I just wanted to share that with you, because I think even if it's harmless, the geeses are coming back. They're coming back because it's spring. I wonder where they were. They've flown somewhere, coming back. Sorry, okay. So the importance of routine, the importance of not acting whimsically, the importance in centering ourselves, and the importance of acceptance of how I am, which means if I'm engaging myself in these modes of passion, and if it's like yesterday, it started with the best of intention, did it not? It started with my deities. That's the best of intention. They have to be placed properly, and, their temple has to be dust-free. That's how it started. And my mind, in the mode of passion, did all kinds of crazy stuff. And it became about me again, my comfort. I took care of the deities, but then I realized how uncomfortable I I was. Now, I could have, I realized how uncomfortable I was in my office. Because my office is full of clutter. It's not that bad. It's not like I'm not like a hoarder or something. It's just cluttery for me, and I need a very clean space. And I think for the past like 3 or 4 years, it's been really important for me. It's always been important, but I've been really craving empty spaces. One empty room with just the things I need, nothing else. It's so important for me because my mind takes up all of the room. I don't need stuff in there to take up more space. I hope someone can relate to this. I'm sure you can. Acting in the modes of passion and ignorance. Passion and ignorance. You know, I'm happy though because it's not ignorance anymore. It's not like I used to do whimsical stuff like that and just like wind up with a needle in my arm in some other country in an emergency room. So I guess the collateral damage has gotten better. Now I have a hangover not from heroin and cocaine and bad decisions. Bad decision 8,642. I now have emotional and physical hangovers from trying to figure out how my room is best for the comfort of my deities, for the comfort of myself so that I can do my service. So I guess that's an improvement. Wouldn't you say? Wouldn't you say that that's an improvement? Lately I've been really into the Gita chapter 3, especially verses 36, 37. Those are like the addict. Those are directly for addicts. They're directly for people who, those two verses are directly for people like myself. What's comforting to me is knowing that 5,000 years ago, there were people like me on earth. So it's not some like modern disease, acting in the modes of passion, as if taken by force, it says in 336. And this is like making decisions against my own better judgment to satisfy my material sense enjoyments. And this was happening at the beginning of time. And it somehow, I don't know if it's comforting. I find it curious. And how have we really evolved as humans? I don't think so. I mean, we're in the age of Kali. It's supposed to get worse and worse. So these kind of acting in the modes of passion and ignorance get worse. And that's why, if we think about it, how grateful and lucky we are that we have a program and that we have Krishna consciousness. Because it counteracts that. Once we grab onto Krishna consciousness and once we grab onto the steps taking us through that, we're able to make better decisions. We might not be saints, but we're able to make way better decisions, and we're able to also protect ourselves from the modes of passion and ignorance. When we start making decisions, sattvic decisions, in the mode of goodness. When we start making those decisions, deciding that I'm going to do this, or deciding, we make a conscious decision, right? To turn our will and our lives over to the care of Krishna. In 11th step, we say, through prayer, meditation, and the chanting of the holy names. And these are direct suggestions. We want to live in that space. We want to practice those things. And like yesterday when I messed up in that way, I went far off track. But today I can make the decision to not go off track. to say, okay, I'm focused. What is it that I need to do today? I know I have 2 sponsee meetings today where I'm meeting with 2 of my sponsees and doing step work. I will be doing that. I know that I have to continue with the Jagai Madai Foundation. And unfortunately, I still have that room, which is half finished. That will be done. And I think I will plan 1 hour today doing it. And I'll plan tomorrow 1 hour doing it. And I'm going to stick to the plan because I don't want an emotional hangover. I'm tired. Tired. Anyway, I hope all this stuff is making some sort of sense to you guys. And, anyway, I'm going to let you go. I think that's all I have to say today. I'm going to continue walking. I'm going to walk on home and get busy. Do the stuff I got to do. I'm going to take in this beautiful river beside me, the Izar. What a beautiful river. Breathe in the fresh air. And I'm going to be grateful. Because why? I have a choice today. Why do I have a choice today? I have a choice today because all the days beforehand, even yesterday, I still started making way better choices 28 years ago when I got clean and sober. And did I make it that I had a choice? No, I didn't. The only thing that I made was getting into the horrible position of not having a choice anymore. And then Krishna came and saved me. Through the grace of God, through the grace of Krishna, I have a choice today. That's what that means. Because the obsession to act in the modes of ignorance, at least that, in the modes of ignorance, those have been taken away. And how did I do it? I practice the 4 regulative principles. I try and chant to the best of my ability. I practice a program. And I do lots and lots of service. And I read literature. And I listen. And I have association. And Krishna took the obsession to use drugs and mind and mood altering substances away from me. It wasn't me. Let's be clear about that. I was just ready. I was just ready. And when we become ready, Krishna will reciprocate. This is a guarantee. I guarantee all of you. That's also in the program. If we are painstaking about this phase of our recovery, we will be amazed before we are halfway through. Krishna will come. It says so also in the 6th and 7th step. We become willing to have Krishna remove these defects of character. And the 7th step, we ask him to remove them. But we have to be willing. This is sort of like the figure 8. It becomes a figure 8 if we're not really willing. We go and we're like, yeah, hey Krishna, I'm here. Sit down with Krishna. I'm willing. And the moment something happens, you walk out that door. This is what happens. So if we're completely willing to have Krishna remove these defects of character, it will happen. Maybe not on your watch, but it will happen. I wish you guys could see this. There's like a roaring river. I don't know if you hear it. It's so beautiful. It actually looks like the Ganges. It really does. It looks like Gangama in Rishikesh. Very similar looking river. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. I'm so fortunate, actually. Anyway, my friends, I'm going to end this. I went way over. Love you guys. See you next shorty. Ciao for now. Hare Krishna. Mwah! Thanks for listening. I hope you liked the Monday Shorties. Don't forget to check out our full-length episodes on Thursdays. If you like what you heard, Spread the word. Peace out.
सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज.
The miseries of material existence and the most hopeless conditions of life is the best possible opportunity to turn to God.